So hey, I'm Crawford with 5 Seasons, and we're here down at the brewery, down in the subterranean basement. So if you're up in the restaurant at 5 Seasons West Side, you're just sitting right up above us and hopefully enjoying some food and beer. So about the RedHeaded StepChild, Saison. And Saisons are a wonderful style of beer. They're a Belgian farmhouse style, and I just love them. I love brewing them. I just find the style captivating. I love working with that yeast. To make a Saison, the yeast is very unique, and it produces an unbelievably complex, broad array of flavors, lots of tropical fruit notes, lots of exotic spices, some earthy mustiness going on. So it's a wonderful beer to pair with foods because of all that complexity in there. So with the RedHeaded StepChild, the idea was we wanted to make a beer that was kind of analogous to a Pinot Noir from the wine world. You know, our original thought was if Pinot Noir were good enough to be a beer, what would it taste like? All those wonderful berry fruit notes, kind of that lusciousness that comes from the Pinot grape itself. You know, how could we get all those flavors going in a beer? And so we decided to create this recipe and make a beer that would, of course, be way better than any wine could ever be. So we started from that point, and we created the StepChild Saison, and we used Belgian Pilsner malt and one of my favorite malts, which is from Belgium. It's called Special B, which has this really big, intense kind of caramel, fruity, plummy, raisiny, berry notes to it. And we let it age for several months, and then we put it in a Van Duzer Pinot Noir barrel. Van Duzer is a wonderful winery from Oregon, and they make some really great wines, and they're great growers. And they hooked us up with a barrel, which is fantastic, it's beautiful. And we let the StepChild kind of age and rest in this barrel for about 5 months. And during that time, it picks up a lot of that oak, which you're tasting, gives it that backbone and some structure to it, and then also pulls out obviously a lot of that wonderful grape flavor, the wine character to it, which really works with this style of beer. You know, interestingly, the Saison yeast, which comes from Belgium, there's a lot of mystery surrounding its origins, but it more than likely comes from a red winery before breweries got a hold of it. It really behaves oddly during the fermentation, and some of the flavors that it produces is very different from any beer yeast out there. So that was kind of the idea why I love to age Saisons in wine barrels, because there is a connection there, and it really shows up nicely in the finished product. So one of the great things about our brewery here at 5 Seasons West Side is that we are subterranean. We're actually below ground. Like I said, the restaurant's right above us. So we're a natural cellar. So just like a wine cellar, of course you don't want to waste that space with wine. You'd like rather use beer. But having the subterranean space in the cellar allows us to age beers in the perfect temperature and setting for it. And the moisture keeps the barrels moist and the corks moist for the things that we bottle too. So hopefully you're enjoying it.